Welcome back, everybody. Now, on the channel, we definitely tackled some hot button issues. So, there was no way that I wasn't going to discuss the Celio's Network disqualification from the POG 2021 tournament. Now, if you're not familiar with what happened, essentially, Celio's Network is a very large YouTuber, very large streamer. If you're watching this video right now, I'm pretty confident you're familiar with who he is, but he's got over 5,000 subscribers, and he'll stream a lot of events. Now, basically what happened is he was playing in a tournament. He was playing in day 2 of the tournament. His mom was sitting in the same room with him, which is also she's also a very competitive Pokemon player. And essentially they were talking about the game a little bit and what was in his hand. She didn't give him direct plays, but they were discussing the game. Ultimately, since he was streaming this, it got to the judges watched it and disqualified him from the event for getting outside help. Now, the first thing I'm going to say is one, I absolutely love the Celio's Network channel. I think he's done a lot of stuff for the game. I'm also going to say he said from his perspective, he didn't feel like he gained any sort of advantage from it. I'm going to say I don't think there was any sort of intentional attempt to cheat or anything like that, but at this exact same time, I'm not going to agree with him. I'm going to say anytime that you have somebody to discuss plays with or discuss the game with, even no matter how minor it seems, like I feel like that's always advantageous. So I do feel like he gained an advantage from obviously having his mom in the room and then the discussions they had. Now, the thing is I think the game has evolved a lot over the last 25 years, and we are very, very much in an internet age, which I think is great. I think bringing the game to the internet is important. I think streaming the game is important. Not only has this been an absolutely amazing way for some top players to earn some additional income, some additional revenue, but also it draws a lot of attention to the game. And then for some more casual fans or players that aren't able to attend an event, or highly competitive players, it gives them a chance to watch tournaments, learn, see how other top players are using strategy and what decks are doing well at events. So I think you absolutely have to have streaming in the game. You absolutely have to have online events. You absolutely have to have all of that stuff. But at the same time, too, I think it's very hard to take the rule set that you have for in-life physical games and directly tie that over to online events, because there's so many differences in it. And I mean, if I went into an event, I would absolutely love to have Jason Kozinski sit right behind me and we discuss every play before I make it. That'd be hugely advantageous for me. That would also get me banned from a tournament very quickly. Now, on the opposite end of that, if I'm playing in an online event, what stops Jason from sitting right behind me and talking about plays? I can guarantee this happens. I guarantee almost every single top player is sitting there in a Skype call or something and discussing their current game and their state of game, what plays to make with somebody else. I guarantee you people are hiring, average players are hiring coaches to help coach them through events. I guarantee it. And for me, I'm a weightlifter, and one of the things in that area is you have performance enhancing, we'll say substances. And there's a lot of debate within the community, the fitness community, how you handle that, because some areas just absolutely allow it, others absolutely disallow it, and do a lot of very stringent testing to make sure it doesn't happen. And then you kind of have these events in the middle where we don't support it, but we're really not going to test it. And when you're at that point, everybody is just using performance-enhancing substances. And I kind of feel like that's how online events are right now, where they're like, hey, we don't be talking to nobody, but we're really not going to do anything to check to make sure you're not. And all he was doing is, and if he's streaming as well, and he's sitting there and he's got a whole Twitch chat that are going to be posting plays and talking about plays and I mean, he can look over and read that. So, I mean, how exactly do you stop this? If he wasn't streaming the event, nobody ever would have known, and he would have been perfectly fine. At the same time, too, if he does stream the event, he has an entire Twitch chat there that's just going to be talking about the game, plays in the game, and all he has to do is look over and see his Twitch chat. I mean, so is it one of those things where if you don't disallow it, do you just allow it? I mean, where's the line for that? To put this into more retro content, a great example, and it was discussed in Snowpoint a couple of weeks ago, was Team Galactic's Wager. Team Galactic's Wager is not supposed to be random. Is it taboo if you're playing online to use a random number generator? It's one of those things where you really can't stop anybody from doing it, so you just say, nah, it's, online events, it's cool, go ahead and do it. If you're at a real life event, play rock, paper, scissors. It's just, to use another example, they did some, I think, stringent testing with the Tour de France a couple of years ago, which is a large bike ride across France. They went down, I think, 16 places before they found somebody that was not on some sort of performance enhancer. And to be honest with you, I would assume it's probably the same for a lot of the Pokemon events. Maybe not to that degree, but I would say if you got your top 32, I would say a decent percentage of them is either having somebody else sit in the room and help them with plays, or they're on Skype calls with somebody talking through plays. They're hiring coaches to help them with plays. It's just kind of to the point where if you can't stop it, do you just allow it? And I guess in my eyes, I would say yes. I think a lot of the pluses for running online events, such as, growing the game, growing the community, allowing people to make that additional income from things like Twitch, outweighs the harm you're bringing to the integrity of your event when people are going to do it anyways. I think all you're doing at that point is not harming the people that play fairly now, where they could be on a Twitch or a Skype call with somebody, but they're like, man, that's against the rules, I'm not going to do it. Just open it up, let everybody do it. But I really do think this is an important conversation to have. So I guess in the closing, yeah, I do feel like he violated the rules. Yeah, the disqualification was fair. But at the same time, too, I think everybody is doing it. I don't think he did anything intentionally to try to cheat. I think this happened very casually. And I think with so many players doing it, and the way the internet is, I think you basically just have to allow it. And I'll be honest, I was playing a 2005 tournament a few months back. I was home on vacation playing a 2005 tournament. My little brother, for old time's sake, was sitting in the room, and we were talking about plays the entire time. And honestly, until I saw Celio's network get disqualified for this, it didn't even cross my mind. It didn't even cross my mind, oh, hey, maybe that is a little, playing on the line there. Didn't even think about it. Just hanging out with my brother talking about Pokemon, for old time's sake. But I'm going to leave it there. What are your thoughts? Do you think he deserved the disqualification? And how do you think we should handle online events moving forward? Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to catch you in the next one.